stole my bell. My bell is missing. I don't see. Oh, wait, you're right, it is. Because I wrote it down. There we go. Yeah, thank you.
Now the ending again.
Thank you, band. All right. Welcome, everyone. This is an impressive crowd after twice nice, right? I know there's a great deal of you who basically lived here all week long. So I'm very impressed that you're back again. We're going to refer to today as thrice nice. So bravo you for making it out again on Sunday morning. And I cannot believe how all of you and this place have cleaned up for today because that was a lot of work and a really impressive showing. So anyway, Angelica is going to talk about it more in just a moment, but I just have to acknowledge that we're here. Yay! So my name is Tiffany. I'm going to be your host for about the next hour. I want to welcome everyone who's here on Zoom as well. And I want to invite you all to turn off your cell phones for the next hour so we can be present without any ringing or beeping or text messaging or any of that. So we start every week with an acknowledgement of the native lands that we are on. The Eureka Center for Spiritual Living acknowledges that the land on which we gather is the ancestral territory of the Wiyot peoples. This territory extends to the communities throughout most of Humboldt County, and we honor the Wiyot peoples today. Oh. All right. So I want to share with you a little story. You know, we're a philosophy of prosperity and manifestation. And about 2 years ago, I had a surgical procedure that went very well, but one of the side effects is hair loss, and it's supposed to continue for, maybe the first 6 months. Well, 2 years in, and I've lost about 75% of my hair. Yeah, and it continues. And so anyway, the elephant in the room is sitting on top of my head today. And so anyway, I was getting a little tired of this situation. My husband is bald, and so I thought, well, I can get okay with this, and I'm not, right? And so I walked my happy self down to our local wig shop, and I manifested new hair. So I thought, I kept going back and forth between, is this fancy or ridiculous? And I thought if I just told you about it, I'd feel less weird. So anyway, that's what we're trying. We'll see if it lasts. I may have dreads next week. Stay tuned. So we do have a wig shop here, and the woman is wonderful. So do you want to come up?
The only thing that's more embarrassing than that is if you get in a cat fight and they pull your hair off. It's kind of a bummer. Not that I've had that experience, but please stand and join me in our opening song. It's lovely. I like it. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing day. This healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This beautiful day. This beautiful day. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. My wonderful, wonderful friends. My wonderful, wonderful friends.
So here is our opening affirmation. If you'll join me in the first part, and then the second part, you turn to somebody and say it, or greet them, however you'd like to do that. We are a welcoming community where the vibration of love lifts us, the wisdom of the ages inspires us, and the science of mind teaching empowers us. I honor the path that brought you here today. All right, so we have cleared out the tables from Twice Nice, and we are back meeting in person, and we have a lot going on this week. And so here's our schedule of the different things that are going on, and then I have a few slides for you to highlight certain things. All right, so Angelica is going to come up.
Everybody that worked for Twice Nice, stand up. Just about everybody. Thank you so much, everyone. You can sit down now. This was definitely an all-center event. I mean, I cannot believe it. I don't know if I have the names of everybody that I saw during last week and the 2 days of the sale. I was busy trying to write everybody's name down. But so far my count is 42. So, I mean, you guys are just amazing. I'm really impressed. I have no idea what kind of money we brought in yet. I do know that personally on Venmo I did, I don't know, 1,000 or something, and on Square it was almost 2,000. So I know we had a lot of cash and stuff.
Friday
So.
morning by 1 o'clock, there was $2,000 out of the yard.
Cool. So we'll note, and 2 in jewelry, 2,000 in jewelry. Oh, wow.
Over 2,000.
See, I mean, this is really awesome, isn't it? I got to tell you, though, there was a lot of conversation about whether we're going to do it again next year, because that's a hell of a lot of work. And I know that we're getting older, so what I'm knowing is that all of us have to be responsible for bringing in some younger people that will be happy of it. And the reason why I say this is because I talk to so many people as the cashier or wandering around who say, oh, I'm so glad you do this every year. We look forward to this so much. I've been out in the parking lot trying to put things in my car when I was here during the week. Somebody will drive up and go, when's your big sale? You know, I mean, the community, it's become a community, you know, really well-known event. But I know that, I know Donna has said for a few years that she's going to train somebody to do the fabric area. You know, so let's work on, yes.
Now I'm training people to bring new ideas for fundraising, not labor-intensive ideas.
Yes, definitely.
Bingo.
And we can always use younger people. So again, I got to tell you, I am so verklempt, or whatever that word is, about how we got together and create this, and created it, and have done all this work. And you know, I have to admit, I left at 2 o'clock when it was over. I was not staying for the cleanup. But, you know, I have to work this morning, so.
All right, so we are looking for a Zoom moderator or a few Zoom moderators And so if you're interested in this important role, please see Ari or Reverend Angelica. It's not hard. They can train you up on it, and it's really important so that our Zoom attendees can easily attend. All right, so the men's meeting is meeting on Saturday, July 25th from 3 to 5 in person. So because of Twice Nice, they did not meet this past Saturday, so this will be their next meeting. This coming Friday is for the Love of Writing in person at the center on Friday at 11:30, and that's hosted by Lorna and Angelica. Our next Gratefulness gathering is this Saturday, July 18th at 10:30 in person with David and Lena. And I don't know, there he is. Yeah, David's back there. So if you have any questions, please let him know. And your wife's name, is it Lena or Lena? Lena, got it. Sorry about that. All right, and our next sharing salon is coming up this coming Sunday, so not today, but next Sunday, from 2 to 4 at Carol and James's house in Rio Del. There's a really informative flyer and a sign-up sheet as well if you would like to carpool.
Which is also Angelica's birthday.
It is? Oh, Angelica. Well, there you go.
There's also a council meeting. That's going to be really a busy day.
Yeah, and Edward's class is that day too. Edward, do you want to come talk about it?
I'm not doing a Stevie Wonder impression, I promise. Had some eye surgery, so this eye is like looking through a fishbowl, and I'm the fish. Anyway, this is the last week to sign up for the free introductory class. That class is just basically for us to get to know each other, for me to introduce everything that you're going to learn in music. If you're a person who has ever wanted to do anything musical and you were told that either you had no aptitude for it or you had to have some special gene you were born with or whatever, that's hogwash. You know, my course is, you know, a method. There are other methods out there, but mine is just my personal method, and it makes everything very simple. I break everything down. It's not like going on YouTube where you have to, you know, play the thing over and over again. Because I'm here in person, I go at your speed, make sure that everybody's on the same page, everybody knows what they're doing, and we start from the very beginning. So we go all the way up to how to spell the word music, all the way up to improvisation if you want to do that. And it works on every instrument that's Western European. So if you're a guitarist, if you're a flautist, I love that, flautist, a saxophonist, whatever, you know, you can apply what you learn from me to that instrument. And all you have to do is learn the mechanics, you know, how to hold the thing, you know, how to put your fingers on the strings. And I've got, I can teach you how to make chords and scales and everything in your head instantly, so you don't even have to have an instrument to learn. You know, most of it is mental. They call it music theory, I don't. I call it the guts of music. So once you learn what I teach you, you can apply it to your instrument, and you can master it very quickly.
And I think you then need to mention, as part of this, that next Sunday there will be a special musical presentation led by you.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I am the music, and I'm getting to play with my favorite people over here. So, yeah, we're going to have like a little hoedown here. Okay. Okay, so anyway, thank you. Thank you.
And those over there too.
No, I'm going to leave those.
All right, thank you, Edward. So our trip to Hawaii is coming up at the end of September. If you are interested in going, please see Reverend Angelica or Burl, who are doing the coordination on this. This is to celebrate the 40th anniversary of the center that Angelica founded there. We have practitioners available after service if you need to talk about something that's on your heart or you want to learn more about our philosophy. Scott is here, Edward is here, Susan is here, and Reverend Angelica is here today. Our little pantry always needs to be fed. It is in the other room. If you can, when you go to the store, pick up single-serving things, particularly with pop-top lids, that would be great. There's also a list up here of different things that we commonly need. So our theme for this month is a very July theme. It's the spirit of freedom. So Angelica will be talking on things that relate to that. And now Donna's going to come back up. Thanks, Donna.
There's one more thing. It's a tradition after Twice Nice. If you acquired a garment or a thing or a tea kettle or something, we probably didn't stress this for you to bring it today for show and tell. But if you have something on or brought something with you that you acquired from Twice Nice, please show it now. Oh, one more thing. Okay, we're done with silly. Let's relax into our seat. Thank you, Olivia. Was that a bug in your face? Or? No, okay. We'll sing this together.
Good morning again. If I close my left eye while I'm doing this, I promise I'm not winking at you. It's just that I can't, see out of this one well yet due to the surgeries. It was really bizarre, too, I was saying on that first day when they removed the bandages, I couldn't see anything this eye was seeing, but I saw something else. And it was really weird because it was a bizarre world. I saw a lot of cells. It was like looking through a microscope. And I could see, like, from the antibiotics that my wife put in my eye, nuclei and a whole cluster of cells grouped together. And they were different colors and surrounded by this white, really bizarre thing that looked like it was from the Stranger Things You know, it was very kind of spooky in a way. But now I just see like a fish looking through a fishbowl at you guys. But I can read enough, I think. So in the spirit of this month, I decided to pick something from The Magic of the Soul, Applying Spiritual Power to Daily Living by Patrick J. Harbula. Hope I said that right. Recognize that you deserve everything you want, yet there is nothing you need beyond what you have inside you. Strive for what you want with complete detachment from any results. This is another dichotomy that has tremendous power when it is embraced. It may take practice to let go of expectations, but the more practice you give to it, the more effortless it becomes. Once we achieve a level of detachment, there is usually a larger desire or goal that will challenge us to higher levels of detachment. Focus your intent in the now and completely let go of any expectations for the future, while you passionately declare with the full intent of your soul what you want from the universe.
We are one, we are one. I am you, you are me, we are one. And in that unity we can live in harmony and peace will come. 'Cause we are one. We are one. We are one. I am you, you are me, we are one. And in that unity we can live in harmony and peace will come. 'Cause we are one.
What I know is that there is only one sentient, loving life force, an energy that we call spirit, God, the quantum field, whatever vibrations we place on it. It is the fabric of all that is. It is the makeup It is the source material for everything. And I know within that divine life force, everything happens in an orderly fashion and appears as it is supposed to appear. I know that on the other side of the veil, everything happens simultaneously in the now. So that I know that the course that we are now facing in our humanity as manifestations of that one divine being has already been mapped. And it's a good course, because love must exist within that one divine being, love for self, and we are part of that self. I am so grateful for all that is given us here. I am so grateful for all that we manifest, and I know that manifestation shows effortlessly in our lives. We manifest even as children by what we say and we do. Our thoughts are the most important thing that we bring into this mortal realm. And guarding those are an important thing. I am grateful. I know that the law of the universe is always working in our lives. And I say, and so it is.
So it is.
We are one, we are one. I am you, you are me, we are one. And in that unity we can live in harmony and peace will come. 'Cause we are one.
Thank you, Jackson. And I would like to welcome now our spiritual guide and teacher, Reverend Angelica.
I love it when Jackson plays music behind a treatment. It just is so perfect. So perfect. So I want to say good morning again, and good morning to our Zoomers. And I'm hoping that some of the people that didn't come this morning because they were so exhausted from the weekend are watching on Zoom, and they can tell us how they felt about it, how they thought. I've heard good things about it. I know that Ari and everybody does a really good job. So when I chose today's title, which is The Next Revolution, I imagined I might be talking about our country, our history, our politics, or whatever. And then we held our Twice Nice sale. And so for 4 long days, volunteers sorted and priced and put together things, et cetera, answered questions, carried boxes, greeted people who are donated, et cetera. And we did a lot of talking and laughing. And then there were the 2 days of the sale. And by the end, I was totally exhausted. But I also found myself really inspired by what I had witnessed. So as I watched treasures come in and then go out, I saw so many people who were going, oh, I've always wanted one of these, or, things like that. And what I got was, this wasn't the end of anything. This was a new beginning. Even these items were having a new beginning. And then something that happened that I'll never forget. And I got to tell you, the same sort of thing happened last year, and there's something about these giant stuffed animals. That last year, we had a giant stuffed animal in this foyer, and then I saw it, and I went and I was hugging it, because, it was giant. It was a dog, I believe. I was hugging it, and I thought to myself, I know you're going to go to somebody who just adores you. And, then I walked away and left it. And then Scott had the same sort of experience with it. And there was a mother and a little boy, I believe. And somebody, I think it was me, Scott thinks it was him, went and got it and took it to them and said, how about this one? And 2 weeks later, we got an email that was so beautiful about how that toy had meant so much to the child. Well, this year, I'm out by the back door doing cashiering, and a woman comes up to it, and she's holding a very large stuffed dog. Not as big as that one, but, a large stuffed dog that I had also hugged because the kid in me has to feel what they feel like, right? And anyway, so she brings it up, and she's holding on to it, and I smile at her, and I say, is that for your grandchild? And she says, no, it's for me. And I said, oh, great. And she goes, I wanted something to hug. And my heart kind of went, and in that moment, it wasn't about that stuffed dog anymore. It was about comfort. It was about someone who was lonely. It was about tenderness. It was about her being honest enough to say to me, a perfect stranger, I need something soft to hold. I'll never forget these. These animals are pretty amazing, these stuffed toys. So what I got out of that experience is we never know what somebody's carrying with them. We never know what's happening. They might look perfectly fine while quietly grieving. They might smile while feeling deeply alone. They might be longing not for another possession, but for comfort, And so I thought perhaps the next revolution is creating a world where people don't have to hide their tenderness, where it's okay, where it's safe to say, I miss someone, or I'm hurting, or I need a hug. All of that takes courage. And that's what I felt from that woman, was the courage to say what she needed and wanted and why she was buying that big animal, that big stuffed animal. So flip to last week, I started watching on PBS a fantastic series called First Lady, The First Lady. It's about Eleanor Roosevelt, it's about Betty Ford, and it's about Michelle Obama. And it flips back and forth in the timing and everything. But I learned a lot about these first ladies. You don't hear much about the first ladies, but they really do a lot. And so this story really stayed with me. So I looked it up. In 1939, the great singer Marian Anderson was denied the opportunity to sing at Constitution Hall because she was black. Eleanor Roosevelt asked her husband to do something about it. And he said, I can't. This will happen or that'll happen. I don't remember what it was, but he said, I can't. And to him, he had a good reason why. So he refused. So instead of arguing with him, Eleanor Roosevelt did something about it herself. And in watching this show, I realized this lady had, she was amazing. So I found her I saw she resigned from the organization. She belonged to the organization that was making it, who was responsible for the decision that the black woman couldn't sing in Constitution Hall. And she decided, well, let's do it outside. And she created a concert in front of the Lincoln Memorial, in front of Abraham Lincoln's statue, and Marian Anderson got to sing to thousands of people and millions more because it was on the radio. And I found myself imagining that Eleanor was saying, well, that door is closed, we'll find a bigger one. And to me, this is what Spirit is always inviting us to do, is to find a bigger doorway. So we don't pretend that closed doors don't exist. We don't deny injustice, but neither do we allow these doors to define our behavior or how we're going to think. Spirit is always asking, what is the greatest possibility here? What is the greater possibility here? And what I know is that Ernest Holmes taught that the world we experience is the outpicturing of consciousness. So if that's true, and I fully believe it, then every loving thought matters. Every act of kindness matters. Every moment of compassion changes the atmosphere in which tomorrow is born. The next revolution is not simply changing laws, it's changing consciousness. And I go to I have a box of like 500 cards of Ernest Holmes sayings that I got years and years and years ago. This is what I pulled this morning. The time will come when we will let our conversation be in heaven, and that's in quotes, and refuse to talk about, read, or think about those things that ought not to be. Think about that for a moment. So what I know is that our world has been one of, well, it's weird. I can't, to put it mildly, yeah. I just can't even imagine, I just can't even imagine how we got here. But what I know is that, well, yesterday somebody asked me, what is your talk tomorrow? And I said, the next revolution. And they said, well, what's that about? And I said, kindness. We've been talking about that a lot lately, kindness. And what I realize is that in the collective consciousness that's happening right now, kindness is considered weakness. Kindness is radical. I remember my days as a hippie very well. Well, sometimes. There was a lot of drugs back then, right? Anyway, but you know, the things that we were working for was basically peace on the planet. And those were revolutionary ideas. And it's a revolutionary idea that I believe was coming more and more into form as I got older. And then this stuff happened. And all of a sudden, kindness is not something that, well, what I've realized is that this world rewards outrage. No longer do you see people approach each other. Well, I'll tell you that in a minute. Just a minute. In a world that profits from keeping us afraid of one another, that's what I figured out. I mean, if you look, I remember my husband and I years ago deciding to sit down and count the ads on television. That was before we had Netflix or anything. And to see what they were about. The number one, the largest amount of ads that we watched in a 3-hour period of time was for drugs. Drugs for weight loss, drugs for mental health, drugs, drugs, drugs. The second one was Burger King and all these various foods. And I remember laughing because I thought, I just watched the ad for drugs for weight loss, and the next ad is Burger King? That doesn't make sense. That, I guess, is guiding you to go get one and then realizing you need to lose weight or something. I don't know. But what I know is that I believe that in truth, even though the world is trying to keep us afraid of one another, I mean, who the hell is going to call Democrats communists? That's the latest. Yeah, I just, anyway, So, in a world that profits from keeping us afraid of one another, kindness quietly refuses to participate. In a world that says, protect yourself first, kindness says, how can I help? Jesus knew this. Buddha knew this. The Dalai Lama says, my religion is kindness. And Ernest Holmes taught that love is the self-givingness of spirit. So different traditions, but the same revolution. So last week, I also watched a reel on Facebook by one of the monks that was walking, I forget what, I think it was from Sri Lanka, or they're heading for Sri Lanka, but they're doing this walk for peace. And the line of monks got hit by a truck that was driven by a young boy. And I watched one of the monks that was there speak. He did not accuse the boy. He didn't act angry. I was so blown away because I can't right now remember exactly what he said, but he said something about compassion for the boy who had that experience. 12 monks died because of that accident. And the monk that is reporting it or being videoed said, I feel so sorry. I mean, this is not exactly what he said, but he expressed compassion. He basically said, I am so sorry for the young boy that had that experience. Now, anybody else would have gone, blah, 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 you know, all kinds of swear words, and how could that happen? And, you know, immediately make new laws so that young boys couldn't drive cars anymore. Apparently, he took the car. You know, he wasn't supposed to be driving, and he took the car from his parents. And think about what he's going to experience for the rest of his life. And the monk thought of that first. That is compassion. That's the revolutionary idea of kindness that I'm talking about. So there's a question for us. When we look back on this time that we're living, what will it say about us? Will it remember only the arguments? Or will it remember that ordinary people quietly widen the circle of love? So what I know is that the next revolution isn't going to start in Washington. It'll start around kitchen tables, in neighborhoods, in schools, in churches, at a Twice Nice sale. Anywhere people decide that compassion is stronger than fear, that's where it'll start. Every time we welcome instead of exclude. Every time we forgive instead of resent. Every time we choose hope over despair. Every time we remember that every person we meet is carrying a story we cannot see. And being compassionate and kind. So I know that this new revolution that I'm talking about has already started. And what I also know is that it begins with us over and over and over again. And perhaps that's what Spirit has been waiting for all along. So let's go into prayer. Again, Dr. Holmes says, the time will come when we will let our conversation be in heaven and refuse to talk about, read, or think about those things that ought not to be. So I declare right now that each one of us is the embodiment of this one heart, one love, one light, one spirit. That spirit is both eternally loving and infinitely intelligent. So I know that as we allow ourselves to rely on Spirit, that we are guided, we are led, we are moved forward along our particular paths. with whatever we choose to feel and to think. And so I declare for each one of us, and you can accept it if you want to or not, but I declare for each one of us that from this moment on, we are living in a revolution of kindness. We allow ourselves to be the compassionate one in every experience. We allow ourselves to remember that everyone has their own stories that are good stories and their stories that are painful. We allow ourselves to know that who we are is important. Who we are is a manifestation of the one divine energy that makes up absolutely everything. So I know we allow ourselves to open ourselves up to feeling self-love and to feeling love and compassion and kindness for everyone around us. We allow ourselves to be kind. We participate in this next revolution, knowing that as we do this, more and more people are doing it everywhere. And we see peace in our country and peace on our planet. And everything resonates with this deep, eternal, loving kindness. And we're grateful for this. We're absolutely grateful that we get to be a part of this next revolution. I know that each one of us will begin to see on a moment-to-moment or daily basis how things change because we've changed our consciousness. We see places where we can be kind, where we can be compassionate. And the whole universe rises up and rejoices. And so we celebrate remembering all there is God. And it's done unto us as we believe. And I believe that we're the next revolution. And so it is. Anna's doing our music this morning. Let's give her a hand. Wow, that was such a good song. Wow.
Encore.
Yeah, we need an encore, definitely.
It was a dance move more than anything.
We're all moving a little slowly lately, I know. Definitely. Thank you, Anna.
I think what Ernest Holmes was talking about was right mind, right speech. And I'm not sure telling us that story actually made us feel any better because it really upset me. And I would have rather not heard it, because I already knew. Thank you. But I'm going to put myself back together here, and we're going to do a song we're going to sing together, and that's going to perk us all up, okay? Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah River, Life is older, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, growing like a breeze. Take me home, country road, to the place I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country roads. All my memories gather round her, miner's lady, stranger to blue water, dark and dusty, painted on the sky, misty taste of moonshine, teardrops in my eye. Take me home, country roads, to the place I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country roads. Take me home, Jeffrey. All right, Jackson, let's hear it tinkle. Here we go. Take me home, country road, to the place where I belong, West Virginia, Southern Humboldt. Take me home, country roads. One more time, let's go. Take me home, country road, to the place I belong, West Virginia, Humboldt County. Take me home, country road. Thank you, John Edward. The most sung song in the world.
And by some of the largest crowds after the FIFA.
It's the U.S. soccer team's anthem, and they sing it after the game is over. And instead of leaving, everybody sings it. But it turns out soccer crowds around the world, no matter what their team is, hang out to do it. And since it's the most popular sport in the world, you can imagine that it means hundreds of millions of people are singing country roads. So,
That's so cool.
and on to the next team. Go Argentina.
Thank you, Anna. All right, now we're going to do the sharing of our gifts. If you'll join me. I gratefully give from the fullness of my abundance, knowing my gift blesses this center, all in it and beyond. And so it is.
Come on, baby.
On behalf of our center, I gratefully accept these gifts of kindness, this revolutionary act of knowing that our center will expand and continue to grow. And together we say, and so it is. Thank you. Is there somebody who would like to come up and read our community statement of inclusion? Oh, wait, don't come up yet.
Two things, actually. You might smell some good food wafting in here. The lunch ladies from the Twice Nice are making a sandwich bar for us, and there's a little bit of pizza and stuff, so stay for that. The other thing is that if you see anything that you like out there, take it home with you, please. Any big dogs? No big dogs, darling. You what? Are they still there? I think so.
Are we boxing up the rest that's still here after people?
What?
Yes, we are.
Oh, yes.
Waiting for Brian.
Brian, stand up and make your announcement.
If you have any energy left. Been a busy, excuse me. Been a busy couple of weeks, and our other room in there needs a lot of attention to get the round tables and the other longer ones folded up. So after you're done eating and chopping, and if we could box up whatever's left on the tables and move it over by the door, eventually I'll disperse it wherever, and we'll try to get everything back together. But thank you very much.
And we really appreciate Brian for all the work that he does.
Now for our community statement of inclusion. We, the Eureka Center for Spiritual Living, are a community that celebrates diversity, fosters inclusion, champions inner work, and creates space for brave, vulnerable conversations. We are a community that honors the unique emanation of God that each person embodies and advocates with people for human rights and dignity for all. We are a community that blesses each other, sees sacredness in all life, remains learners and listeners so we may grow together, and understands that oneness is not sameness, and together we know our beloved community is revealed more fully when we love each other well.
Oh, no announcements. Please form a circle. Thank you, Robert. Robert's hands are reaching for your grasp. We will sing the peace song together. And I also personally want to thank all of the crew that worked in this room throughout the last week with me and others. We did a fabulous job. So here we go.